I'll be back.
Welcome to the show. It's Saturday night. It's 9:00. Scott was first up, but we'll skip him. Oh, I must have caught him in the middle of a need to get a bio break. Welcome back, everybody, to the Speakeasy show. Oh, this is great.
All right. It does. Nothing ever just goes smooth in the openings, does it?
Oh, yeah, it does.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Yes. So, we'll go with Kimmy Jong-un in the center square.
Hi. I hope everybody's ready to have fun, because I think we are. We had a little bit of giggling before we went live, so who knows what's going to
transpire.
Just be prepared, yeah.
I think they've kind of already got that drift with us. We're going to know what's going to come out of our mouths. Absolutely. Welcome to Speakeasy, everybody. It is a forum for your favorite patriots to discuss anything that comes to our little hearts and minds desire. So if there's something in particular you want to cuss and discuss out there, y'all be sure and let us know, or do feel free to come and join us.
Welcome aboard, History Little Judge, Hot Rod Girl, Miss Katrina, Fritz Ader.
Fritzy, we love you, doll.
Patience Wright. Paw
Hey,
Prince.
everybody.
Sithy.
Miss Charlotte Brown. Glad you came. We're glad to have you.
And now we'll go back to Scott.
There he is.
I forgot to mute myself when my mom called me. She needed help getting my stepdad out of the car, and so I had to. It was like right there, and I had my headphones with me, but I put them down on the side. Then I realized, oh crap, I didn't mute myself.
I forgot to mute myself. Uh-oh.
I don't know if y'all heard us talking and TV turning it on and everything. I hope not. But yes, glad to be here. Looking forward to a couple hours of fun with you guys. We got lots of great topics.
Well, and we're just glad you're the kind of man that would drop everything to go help, because we appreciate that. So we're okay with that. Family first. Cool.
56.
So, boy, we had a great week of winning, or what? Is your head spinning?
Oh,
anybody kept up with everything? I mean, I don't know how you could, but
no, I very much have not kept up with anything. I kind of feel like whatever we talk about tonight, I will be learning for the first time.
Well, I was in a class today, and I was going, of all days, Saturdays, I normally I don't work on the weekend, and the one weekend I did have to, and it was the kickoff of the Super Bowl of all things, and I missed it. I was going, no. So I was trying to catch up, but I wanted POTUS's lawyers to come out swinging. I hope they did.
Well,
I heard they did.
I'm just going to jump in there real quick and tell everybody that's in. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the ice cream. N56. I just threw 200 Don Lemons in the chest. So whoever's in D Live, and Scott, I've blocked you. And D Live.
Hey, I paid up.
You got a chance to get 200 or win some lemons at least, right? I think it's fun.
We're going to build the wall.
Thank you, Patience, right?
Kind of like bingo. I love bingo. You got your favorite troll dolls, and now I've got Kim Jong-un and POTUS as my lucky troll dolls to take with me when I go play bingo. I'm be the coolest girl in school. What can I say?
Thank you very much.
Wow, getting some Don Lemons there from N56. Thank you. So, anybody catch the President's Men today? They were only on for 2 hours.
You know what? I meant to, and I didn't. John told me last night that our guys were going to be talking, and I didn't do it. I think Oh, go ahead. For me, I've just got to say, like, this whole impeachment thing is, I've been bored with it, to be honest. It's just like, we know what we're going to say. We know what they're going to say. And I wish they would just say it and go away.
Yeah. Well, we did start out with a bang. What'd you say, dear?
I just wanted to give it back to them good. I want them to come out and whip some bahookie. I want them to make them leave crying. I want them to be a little smeared dot on the sidewalk. That's how tired of it I am. And if we don't do that for the few people that have not been paying attention, then we could lose some potential voters. So we have to go through this rigmarole, but it to expose them, and I hope it does. I hope everybody's so tired of them they never want to see them again the rest of their lives, and they vote red in November 2020.
Here's the difference. I listened to day one of the Democrats, and boy, that was a long 8 hours.
Who could do that to themselves?
And I got to day two, and I started listening, and I said, "Oh shit!" And I turned it off because I said, "It must be a replay," and it wasn't. It was them doing the same thing. It was a repeat, and apparently day three, I didn't even bother with day three because after day two, everybody that I listened to said it was a repeat of day one. So day one,
they have to do. They don't have anything on it. So they just have to keep on making up stuff. And they brought in a whole lot of other things I heard that is supposed to open up the Joe Biden and Where's Hunter thing, which I hope.
David in the D Live chat, David661 makes a great point. He said, if our guys don't say another thing after 2.5 hours, we already won. They don't even have to use
it was an awesome
hours.
Yeah, I saw clips from it. The best was the way it started out. In fact, there was one of the GOP senators, John Barrasso. He said he saw blood drain from Schiff's face whenever the Trump team. What they did was first they read the transcript, and then they showed video from that day that Schiff read his fake transcript. And he said that he was out of like camera range, so he wasn't in the camp, but he saw a blood drain from his face, and so that was an awesome way just to start it out, showing the difference. We keep saying read the transcript. Well, they read it right there, and then they let you see the comparison between the two that Schiff lied about, and that's the basis of this whole thing. So that kind of sucks. And then there was Jay Sekulow, when he came on, it was based on a 6-point plan. Let me just give you those 6 points, and he went over each one of them. Transcript shows no conditionality. Number 2, Zelensky says no pressure. Number 3, Ukraine didn't know aid paused. Number 4, Dem witnesses said POTUS didn't want conditionality. Number 5, aid released. Ukraine did nothing for it. And number 6, POTUS bolstered Ukraine support. And I'm not sure which. I think that was. It was Mike Papura.
He sent them the what was the weapons that they were asking for? That Obama would never send them.
Javelin missiles.
Thank you.
Yeah, they made a great point about that too, as well. That the Russians took Crimea, and Obama did nothing but send MREs and blankets.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And what did POTUS send them?
Javelin missiles.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they went back on what's smart today is they use the Democrats' own witnesses against them.
Well, and Adam Schiff introducing all that stuff about CrowdStrike, that means that it can all be talked about now. Yep. Things that weren't even originally in the impeachment things. So I say if they want to keep being their own worst enemy, who am I to stop them?
Another good point that Sekulow brought up was the fact that they withheld evidence regarding the inspector general who took the Eric Charlie Marshmallow's whistleblower complaint. They've hidden that evidence. They've hidden that testimony and won't release it.
Mm-hmm.
And isn't the whistleblower his daughter's boyfriend? I saw that, but I don't know if it was debunked.
I don't know that.
I did hear something similar. I don't know either, Scott.
I don't
I
think
saw
that's
two
true.
different articles, but like, they can do that.
Circular
Using
reporting.
each other. Yeah, circular
Well,
reporting.
yeah, and then also, as a like, I don't know who you saw it from, like who your sources were, but one thing that happens, like in just like regular people like us, is like I might hear from you a certain thing, and then I might pass it on to somebody else. Whenever or I might say it as well on my show, because I believed you or Doc or Phil or whoever it is that I heard it from, but I don't know what your source was, and so some of that stuff I think can happen too. I don't know what your sources were though, so I don't mean to say that's what the case was, but I have noticed that in the content creator, I don't know what the word is, the independent broadcasters, a lot of times we do tend to believe each other before we check things out.
In this really fast news cycle we have, I mean, you could put something out that even the Washington, all the big papers are saying, or they're saying it on TV, but then like 6 hours later, a day later, something new comes out, and it's like, oh, all that was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
That happens so often because we got 3 or 4 major things usually happening a day.
Thank you for the follow, Thorbor.
Pace is kind of gets you addictive on slow news days. You ever go, well, I just wish somebody'd hurry up and get something done. Come on, you people, what are you lollygagging for? I'm waiting on them to hurry up and get something done.
Darn lollygaggers.
Did you just say lollygagging?
Lollygagging?
Oh, it's a thing.
Oh,
holy shit.
Ha ha ha. Do not accuse me of what is that old saying? Do not accuse me of dilly-dallying when I'm clearly lollygagging.
I like that.
You gotta keep up with the lingo if you're gonna be cool like us, Bill.
The president's men just beat 24 hours of bullshit in 2 hours and 20 minutes, and that
kind
was
of fair, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
They crushed them.
People deserving people.
Did any of you guys watch the besides Scott watch the testimony from the president's team?
I didn't. I saw a little.
Do you want a clip? It's like almost 3 minutes for the opening statement clip that I was going by. I can put it in the post room.
I would love that. Would y'all be okay with that? Because I was stuck in a class. As I said earlier, the one time I had to work, on the weekend, and it was like for me the Super Bowl. I wanted to see it. I wanted to be there. I wanted to come out swinging, and so I didn't get a chance to totally catch up. That'd be great.
Okay, I'm dropping it in there right now.
They were limiting it for a specific reason. They're gonna really ratchet it up on Monday because they did this to them on purpose to make them start on a Saturday when nobody was watching.
Oh, wait, the one I just dropped is the one for the 6 points. But it is part of the opening statement. Let me see.
Okay, I got it.
Let me find the other one.
The actual transcript of the July 25, 2019 telephone call between President Trump and President Zelensky. The real transcript. If that were the only evidence we had, it would be enough to show that the Democrats' entire theory is completely unfounded. But the transcript is far from the only evidence demonstrating that the president did nothing wrong. Once you sweep away all of the bluster and innuendo, the selective leaks, the closed-door examinations of the Democrats' hand-picked witnesses, the staged public hearings, what we're left with are 6 key facts that have not and will not change. First, the transcript shows that the president did not condition either security assistance or a meeting on anything. The paused security assistance funds aren't even mentioned on the call. Second, President Zelensky and other Ukrainian officials have repeatedly said that there was no quid pro quo and no pressure on them to review anything. Third, President Zelensky and high-ranking Ukrainian officials did not even know the security assistance was paused until the end of August, over a month after the July 25 call. Fourth, not a single witness testified that the president himself said that there was any connection between any investigations and security assistance, a presidential meeting, or anything else. Fifth, the security assistance flowed on September 11, and a presidential meeting took place on September 25, without the Ukrainian government announcing any investigations. Finally, the Democrats' blind drive to impeach the president does not and cannot change the fact, as attested to by the Democrats' own witnesses, that President Trump has been a better friend and stronger supporter of Ukraine than his predecessor. Those are the facts.
What was that?
Don't know.
You don't know what that was? You ever
It wasn't
watch,
the Beverly Hillbillies.
You ever watch Law and Order?
It did sound like Law and Order. You're right. That's right.
You know what
I
happened?
did see one of those Geico commercials, and it was based off the Beverly Hillbillies theme song. And so they must have paid for it because I didn't see the. Yeah, bastards.
I'm saying, sorry, bastards.
Hey, you know what? I just thought of something. I might have a little bit of power too. Y'all tell me if I have power or not. Did that work?
No.
I didn't see anything.
What'd you do?
I must not be feeding my desktop sound through. I did one of your soundboard things.
Oh,
I thought maybe I could hijack your soundboard game.
Guess what?
Look at Phil. Hey, you got it, Phil.
Nice news.
That's a
Pretty
good-
fly
that's
for a
good
white guy.
intro. I just dropped the full Jay Sekulow opening statements he did.
Scott, I gotta stop
And-
you for a second.
It's 30. Okay, go ahead.
You keep saying Jay Sekulow.
I know. I can't help it. That's just how I read it in my head.
Bad Phil.
Well,
I caught it the first time.
It's okay,
but
Scott.
but
you were-
edge.
Let me see if I can.
Anyway,
play
this
Jay
butt
Sekulow.
guy or suck guy, secular, but it's 30 minutes. I mean, I don't know if you want to just hit some clips and maybe play an intro or whatever, but it's there for anybody that wants it to. I'll drop it in the main room.
Well,
as
was there
well.
anything in it that stood out to you that you think we should talk about?
There's a few things in it. I watched it, but
Okay.
Okay, good. Because I didn't watch that whole 30-minute thing. I only watched some clips from it.
Jay Sekulow sounds like a porn guy's name, you know.
I like the electrolyte.
Starring Stormy Daniels, and Jay
Sorry, Kitty, I love
Sekulow.
Well, I think
Trump's
it's
gonna be
hilarious.
tweeting this out tonight. I just dropped it in the main room, so
I got it already.
Speakeasy or the yeah, but I was just letting the audience know that I dropped it in our main, the Promises Kept in Speakeasy room.
It won't play,
so they can grab it too. It won't play.
No.
Mine did. I don't know why.
It's just
look over in the Speakeasy room, then the Promises Kept in Speakeasy showroom.
It's just
circling. I just dropped it in there, and it comes up on my iPad.
Christy in the chat says, I was pissed that Stephanopoulos cut off Jay.
He went like this. He went on live TV. He started doing this. Cut him off. Cut him off.
I saw that.
Yeah, I didn't see it. I heard about it.
I saw that.
It was good. You didn't see it.
Yeah, that's the video that you sent me.
He is good.
Are you clicking on the link or are you clicking on the picture? Because you got to click on the link.
I did click on the link, but I'll try it again.
Where it says Video Fox News up there.
Yeah.
Like when I click on that, it brings up.
And it's just circling. See it?
Video.Fox News.
See
it? It's just circling. So where's something
going to that page though?
Yeah, it goes right to that page.
Oh.
Okay, let me see if mine just circles. Nope, mine plays.
Stephanopoulos is a prick.
Whoops, I can't see that on there.
He could be a cactus.
But
that was pretty strong for Fritzy. I mean, come on.
Nope.
Yep.
Gave him the throat slip, Christy.
What
I need to get back over the chat.
So what's something that stood out to you, Phil, or any of you that watched it or have heard about it?
It was.
Yeah, I've already mentioned mine. The 6 points in the opening where they did the two transcript, or the made up and fake and the real.
Well, they were using actual video and I think they used a video of Adam Schiff talking about the whistleblower on mainstream media. We need to hear from the whistleblower. And then they played the clip where Adam Schiff says that the whistleblower can't testify. So, yeah,
right.
They really hammered it.
I even think I heard that he said it wasn't necessary to hear from the whistleblower anymore.
Right.
Yes. All right, we're working on a 2008 Ford Focus.
Sorry.
So, like people like to use the robbing a bank analogy with this. So if you're robbing a bank and then eventually like the witness that saw you rob the bank is no longer relevant because they caught you in a crime after you robbed the bank. They can't prove that you robbed the bank. Let's say you didn't rob the bank, but you're being accused of robbing the bank. That's a better analogy. And now you got in trouble for lying to you're in trouble now for lying to whoever because of this crime you didn't commit. But the person who originally accused you of the crime is not relevant to the story now just because what?
Crazy.
Well, he doesn't want the testimony from the IG. The IG's testimony from the intelligence basement hearing that Adam Schiff was running down in the dungeon.
Yeah.
He hasn't released that testimony because the whistleblower has bias, and in that testimony, the IG tells what the bias is. So we've caught a part of it this week. In case you didn't catch the story about the Eric Ciaramella, the alleged whistleblower.
You're a brave man saying that name.
I just said he's the alleged whistleblower, right? The alleged whistleblower, Eric Charlie Marshmallow. I'll just say it that way. He, in 2017, was talking to people about how to get rid of the president right after he was elected. So, there's that.
Mm-hmm.
So, that story just came out recently. I think it was on Breitbart.
They've had a lot of connections, because we know that he met with Schiff's staff before he actually filed out the form. And we know they had the form changed so that he could actually be a second-hand witness instead of first-hand. I mean, there's just a trail of stuff.
I got some Jay Sekulow video here that will work, though. I found some different video.
Good.
So
I don't know why it didn't work for you.
Cost $32 million. This.
Oh, let me start it from the beginning because this is the Mueller report he's talking about.
Cost $32 million. This investigation took 2,800 subpoenas. This investigation had 500 search warrants. This had 230 orders for communication records. This had 500 witness interviews. All to reach the following conclusion. And I'm going to quote from the Mueller report itself. It can be found on page 173. As it relates to this whole matter of collusion and conspiracy. Ultimately, these are the words of Bob Mueller in his report. This investigation did not establish that the campaign coordinated or conspired with the Russian government in its election interference activities. Let me say that again. This, the Mueller report, resulted in this. That for this. Ultimately, the investigation did not establish that the campaign coordinated or conspired with the Russian government in its election-related interference activities. This for that. In his summation on Thursday night, Manager Schiff complained that the president chose not to go with the determination of his intelligence agencies regarding foreign interference and instead decided that he would listen to people that he trusted and he would inquire about the Ukraine issue himself. Mr. Schiff did not like the fact that the president did not apparently blindly trust some of the advice he was being given by the intelligence agencies. First of all, let me be clear. Disagreeing with the president's decision on foreign policy matters or whose advice he's going to take is in no way an impeachable offense.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Schiff and Mr. Nadler, of all people,
thank you very
because
much.
They chair significant committees, really should know this. And they
Thank
should
you
know
very
what's
much.
happened. Let me remind you of something. Just
Thank you very
0.6 of a
much.
mile from this chamber sits the Foreign Intelligence
very
Surveillance
much.
Court, also known as the FISA Court. It is the federal
Thank
court
you very
established and authorized under the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act to oversee requests
Thank
by
you very
federal
much.
agencies.
This is where Sekulow gets into why
Thank you very much.
should we trust the intelligence community, because right here is where he
Thank you very much.
tears that argument apart, and rightfully so.
Thank you very
for
much.
surveillance orders against foreign spies inside the United States, including American citizens. Because of the sensitive nature of its business, the court is a more secret court. Its hearings are closed to the public. In this court, there are no defense counsel, no opportunity to cross-examine witnesses, and no ability to test evidence. The only material that the court ever sees are those materials that are submitted on trust by members of the intelligence community, with the presumption that they would be acting in good faith. On December 17th, 2019, the FISA court issued a scathing order in response to the Justice Department Inspector General's report on FBI's Crossfire Hurricane investigation into whether or not the Trump campaign was coordinating with Russia. We already know the conclusion. That report detailed the FBI's pattern and practice, systematic abuses of obtaining surveillance order requests and the process they utilize. In its order, and this is the order from the court. I'm going to read it. This order responds to reports that personnel of the Federal Bureau of Investigation provided false information to the National Security Division of the Department of Justice and withheld material information from the NSD, which was detrimental to the FBI's case in connection with 4 applications to the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Court. When the FBI personnel misled NSD in the ways that are described in these reports, they equally misled the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Court. This order's been followed up. There's been another order It was declassified just a couple of days ago. Thanks in large part, the court said, to the Office of Inspector General's U.S. Department of Justice, the court has received notice of material misstatements and omissions in applications filed by the government in the above captioned documents. DOJ assesses that with respect to the applications, and it lists two specific docket numbers, 17375 and 17679, if not earlier, there was insufficient predication to establish probable cause to believe that Carter Page was acting as an agent of a foreign power. The president had reason to be concerned about the information he was being provided. Now, we could ignore this. We could make believe this did not happen.
Right there, he's looking right at Adam Schiff. So he's rickrolling him now.
But it did. So as we begin introducing our arguments, I want to correct a couple of things in the record as well. That's what we're doing today. We really intend to show over the next several days that the evidence is actually really overwhelming, that the president did nothing wrong. Mr. Schiff and his colleagues repeatedly told you that the intelligence community assessment that Russia was acting alone, responsible for the election interference, implying that this somehow debunked the idea that there might be interference from other countries, including Ukraine. Mr. Nadler deployed a similar argument saying that President Trump thought, quote, Ukraine, not Russia, interfered in our last presidential election. And this is basically what we call a straw man argument. Let me be clear. The House managers, in over a 23-hour period, kept pushing this false dichotomy that it was either Russia or Ukraine, but not both. They kept telling you that the conclusion of the intelligence community and Mr. Mueller was Russia alone with regard to the 2016 elections. Of course, that's not the report that Bob Mueller wrote focused on Russian interference, although there is some information in letters regarding Ukraine, and I'm going to point to those in a few moments. In fact, let me report to, I think we'll talk about those letters right now. This is a letter dated May 4th, 2018 to Mr. Yuri Lysenko. He's the general prosecutor for the Office of the Prosecutor General of Ukraine. It was a letter requesting that his office cooperate with the Mueller investigation involving Ukraine issues and issues involving Ukraine government or law enforcement officials. It's signed by Senator Menendez.
I gotta pause that because Boogie Bumper just gave us a diamond. I was gonna do his shtick on that, but Kimmy does it better.
Wait, oh. Thanks for the diamond, Boogie. Where did you get the diamond? Where did you steal the diamond? I can't do it. Thanks for the... Okay, hold on. I'm going to do it. Thanks for the diamond, Boogie. Where did you get the diamond, Boogie? My delivery is impeccable. I'm sorry. I don't mean to make him feel, incapable.
So basically, Jay Sekulow tears Adam Schiff and 24 hours worth of rinse, repeat conspiracy theories, opinions, thoughts, mind reading. In 2 hours and 20 minutes, the team destroyed all of that. It's with facts.
Yeah,
with
and they said that today was going to be the light day. It's the next 2 days that are going to be the hard-hitting days. And I thought that was hard-hitting today. So.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, using the Democrats' own evidence against their case was brilliant.
It is.
Mm-hmm. I still think we should somehow make them release the full stuff they did down in that basement.
There's got to be a way. There's got to be a way.
And a paper trail, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think the
Could
only
they
way.
not? Can they not? Did they didn't refer to any, the one guy that they're withholding his testimony? They didn't do anything to bring that out, any way that they can wiggle into with all the other stuff that they were doing?
Yeah. Well, they did. I read there was an article something about the Schiff left the door wide open for the Biden issue, but I can't remember. I read so many articles. I just remember that.
I hear you. I do the same.
But they were saying that he apparently said something. I don't remember what it was though that left that door open.
I hope so. Is that we really do need to know what was said down there.
Yeah.
You're referring to the IG report, the IG's testimony regarding the whistleblower?
No, it was. We're talking about in the basement, the secret hearings with like the
whistleblower.
The one that testified, the guy, I can't remember his name.
That's the only testimony that's been withheld is the IG from the intelligence IG
much.
who spoke with the whistleblower. That's the only
what's his name?
evidence that's being held. I can't remember his name.
See, his name is escaping me.
See the one that starts with a C? Colinella or something?
No, the Inspector General of the intelligence, the one that that the whistleblower went to file a complaint against Trump.
Oh, okay.
That's the only testimony that's been withheld.
He's the key guy, though.
Yes.
And that's why.
Well, he has evidence of the fact that the whistleblower is a partisan, and if it is the guy that everybody believes it is, then that person worked for Joe Biden, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. That's why Adam Schiff doesn't want that information given to the Trump team.
Q's saying a lot's about to come out.
Oh, very interesting breaking news. There was a fatal crash with the Covington Catholic bus involved on their March of Life for Life.
Yeah, I heard about that. I heard that Nick Salmon wasn't on the bus, but that is a interesting coincidence.
That sounds fishy. Very
Interesting
fishy.
Coincidence, isn't it? A driver slammed into the bus, driving the wrong way.
Wow.
Cheers, follow Q17. Yes, Marshmallow worked for Biden. That's what Hot Rod Girl says.
I prefer to call him Caramello because that's one of my favorite candy bars. I don't know why this hasn't caught on. It's a very easy thing, but people are calling him
Marshmallow. Yeah, that's like like the candy bar thing.
Yes, with caramel. Okay, press 1 in the chat if it's caramel and 2 if it's caramel.
I love it.
1 for caramel.
Actually, I say it.
1 for caramel.
Caramel.
1 for caramel and 2 for caramel.
I'm a 1.
And as I was saying it, I realized that the first time I said it, I didn't say it the way I normally say it. I was like, that doesn't even feel right coming out of my mouth.
I'm bilingual both ways, Kimmy.
1 for, I don't even know what I said now. I hate these stupid things.
1 for caramel and 2 for caramello or caramel.
1 for caramel and 2 for caramel.
Caramel and 2 for caramello. Caramel.
Yeah, we only have caramel, malt, not mel.
Yeah.
We don't say caramel, we say caramel.
Caramel instead of caramel. Yes, right. Caramel. Okay, now that we've got that straight, I'm glad. I'm glad I only saw one person who was wrong. No, 2 people are wrong.
I have no idea what it really is.
Oh, it's caramel.
It's caramel.
Unless you're talking about the candy bar and then you say caramello, just because they're wrong too.
Like the word heretic. I've never figured out. Sometimes do you use heretic or is it just heretical or heretic and heretic. Those
I think if
mix me
it's
up.
I think if it's an adjective, you say that they're being like heretic, like you're being okay. Oh my gosh, I don't even know how to talk anymore. But if you're talking about the person, like you are a heretic, that's what I say. But I don't use that word much anyway. So I don't have to worry about.
So it's heretic only used really with saying heretical, because I don't think it's heretical, not heretical. Heretical, tickle a hair. Do that one backward. Heretical.
That's a whole new porn movie.
That's just like is it seculo or succulo?
There you go.
I think we should petition for him to change his name.
Yeah.
Yep. It's like I always call Dan Bongino Dongino. Y'all know what I'm talking about, though.
Caramel over ice cream.
Y'all are making me hungry. Stop that.
Oh yeah.
Oh y'all, John bought me something. John bought me something, so I'm gonna let you see it.
Y'all are making me hangry.
Really?
Do you need to go to the bathroom to put that on first, or
no? It is a king cake, our first king cake of the season.
Oh, king cake!
And if you don't know what a king cake is, it is basically a cinnamon roll with a buck ton of sugar on top of it.
Oh my God, that's a cinnamon roll?
And a baby inside. And if you eat the baby, you have to buy the next cake, and there's nothing weird about that.
No, I didn't know what the baby thing.
What's a baby? Pure chocolate or something?
No, the baby is pure plastic.
No, I wouldn't eat it either then.
You got bigger problems than that.
I don't know where
the baby's supposed to be inside the cake. If you get it from like a legit place, it'll be inside the cake. But this was a non-legit place, and so it was on top of the cake.
So far,
I don't know if y'all can see
Someone
that.
was asking if someone was asking, you're saying caramel. They were asking if you said camel toe.
Camel toe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Camel toe? What?
Geez.
What?
We don't talk like that around here, if I like you.
Yeah, right.
That's what I say when I can't think of a witty thing to say.
And prayers to Thorbor there. She's got, or he, I'm not sure if it's a he or she, so I'll just say Thorbor, we pray for you. I hope you get better.
Yeah, and I want to say one more thing to Thorbor. I keep looking at, and I've seen a couple of times. I just want Thorbor and everybody else in the chat to know donations are purely voluntary. We do not, probably don't even keep up with who donates, much less how much and how often and all of that stuff. It's just a matter of you come in, you enjoy what you see, you share it out, you like it, you toss in a lemon if you do, you don't if you don't, participate in the chat, just get your benefit out of it, and just be a person who communicates with each other. Just watching you participating in the chat is enough. It's encouragement enough, so everybody do what you can do and do what you want to do what you feel it's your place to do and your ability to do or whatever. But
a lot of times when you see me laughing, it's because of you guys in the chat.
In the chat. I do it too. Yeah. I'm like, okay, we're trying to be serious here.
Oh, it was all I could do a few minutes ago not to go turn on my my oil diffuser. I was like, damn, I forgot to turn on my oil diffuser. They're talking about all these wonderful oils. I'm like, and I've got some frankincense. I have frankincense, and it hasn't even occurred to me to burn it in my diffuser. I just put it like on my temples sometimes.
And God forbid we bring up sweaty balls.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I will not be diffusing any sweaty balls, that's for sure.
Thank you very much.
Oh my goodness. I think John has an ulterior motive, because not only did he buy me a king cake and a bottle of wine Thursday night, but he just walked in with a brand new cold bottle of wine for me.
Wow, what did you do? What is he wanting?
Yeah, I don't think it's what I did. I think it might be what he would like for me to do.
I'm thinking I'm not going to see you on Fortnite later.
I don't know.
It's still up for grabs.
Or it might not be up for grabs. We'll have to see.
We'll have to see.
He just said, drink up.
Drink up. I heard that, yeah.
I kind of mean you make a lot of deposits before you can make a withdrawal.
Oh, yes, that's right. That's right. She says you have to make deposits before you can make a withdrawal.
To clarify, a lot of deposits.
Okay, we're not talking about scores now because it's still up to me whether or not anything happens. I reserve the right to veto also.
At least I think.
Okay, go away.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
He got he's been having back issues.
He did.
He's been having back issues, and he bought a teeter hang up, and he's been setting it up and putting it together today, and I cannot wait.
I have one.
Yes, you do.
Yes,
you do.
We have a teeter, and the only thing you have to be careful of is the ocular pressure, because as you age, it's not good to go all the way back.
I thought you were saying acupressure wrong. You're saying ocular.
Ocular.
Eyeball. Say eyeball for us dumb people.
Eyeball pressure. For people as you age, it's not good for you to lean all the way back and have all that pressure on your eyeballs. It can cause issues. So I do it, but if I do, I just do, like partially back.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
I'm gonna hang upside down like a
swing around.
You have to be careful because
I'm gonna hang upside down like a bat for 4 hours and dare anybody to bug me.
Really, I'm telling you that.
Well, I was just wondering how you tied that in with what you and your husband were doing later. I thought maybe that was like your kink machine.
I know. I thought she was being a little kinky, but you know what they say.
I think Doc Martin is only trying to set up her black eye defense here.
I mean, but one of those things sounds like if you're strapped in good, it sounds like it could be fun with two people.
You know what they say, a little kink never hurt anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Doc had a black eye, and I was going to send her a booty in the mail.
A booty?
Yeah.
What?
One of those boots that John McCain was wearing in Hillary.
Oh, horrible. It was so strange. It was on a Saturday night, and when we got off, I kept thinking, I have a terrible headache. And right as I went to bed, it got real intense, just right here. Well, the next day, I woke up, and this eye, not this eye on the side that had the pain, but on the other side, my lid from the inside to the middle was black. And it wasn't just a little black, it was black. And it was weird. It was just, and then it went away. So,
well, at least you weren't standing there and blood starts filling up in your eye, like
yeah,
Joe Biden.
Then y'all better start having a, what do you call those things where they cast out the demons?
Yeah, and then it turned black. I mean, it reminded me of the X-Files, how they have all those aliens that look like humans, but then their eyes fill up.
Really?
McRae in the chat. McRae in the D-Live chat. I think I stumbled onto one of those 50 Shade podcasts with all this kinky innuendo.
One would think.
Innuendo, outuendo, outuendo.
Yeah. Here's McRae now.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. No thanks, don't mind me. I'ma just grab my stuff and leave. Excuse me, please. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Nope. Fuck this shit, I'm out. All right then. I don't know what the fuck just happened, but I don't really care. I'ma get the fuck up out of here. Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Ben K said, he says, never trust a stranger who's into handcuffs, no matter how hot she is.
Ben's onto something. I feel like he's talking from experience, but I don't know that for sure.
And did he get this little nugget of wisdom?
That's what I'm wondering.
Perhaps
he may be sending that message as a cry for help, and we're just laughing at him.
Cough it up. Cough it up, Ben. We're here to help. We're therapists. This is a call-in therapy show.
If this continues, we will have to have that little thing in the front, the FBI thing, and then it says you must be over 21 to watch this show.
Yeah, we're talking about eating babies in the middle of cakes and stuff. I mean, let's clean our act up here.
I can't help it that Mardi Gras is made by a bunch of, I don't know what the word is, people. I mean, we are talking about a festival where if you show your tits, you get beads. And people will lift up their shirt and lose all of their dignity for a set of plastic beads. So, yeah, there's
Great
not
tradition, though, yeah.
Is that experience, Kenny?
And then say it again. What, Doc?
I said, is that from experience or is that from?
It is not. It is not from experience.
Now, tell me you've never flashed somebody.
I've probably flashed a person or two, but not in Mardi Gras. Not at Mardi Gras, and certainly not for beads, but I would. Don't think I wouldn't. If there was nobody, I'm telling you this for sure. If there was nobody close to me that I knew, I would do it. I would do it. Oh, gotta have enough alcohol.
I just mooned people. Yeah.
Well,
because why not live a little? But you don't want everybody singing you.
Anybody you know, only strangers that you'll never see again.
Hey, Ben K. Veritas.
I have brand new fans. I'll be seeing them all the time.
If you're showing yourself naked, you don't want somebody giving you beads. Trust me.
Wait, what? What?
Pearl necklace. Is if you're posing with you just read it again. I didn't see it. I just heard you
nobody gives me beads when I expose myself.
Oh, well,
better watch it there, Ben.
He doesn't want to. He specifically doesn't want a pearl necklace. Is what we're saying here.
Oh well, that's
There's certain kind of beads you don't want, Ben.
But there is a game where you take you have like these little rings, and there's a stick, and you throw the rings at the stick. So I'm thinking maybe you could play a game like that with a few people if you ever wanted to.
Or cats. Cats love that kind of stuff.
No, I'm not even gonna say what I'm talking about. If I have to get specific.
When you said rings, that kind of.
No, I'm talking about being stick is what I'm talking about here.
Good evening, folks. You're watching the Pornhub.
I'm talking about him catching the beads. Never mind, I didn't say it right.
Catching the beads on what?
Come on, keep
that should be a T-shirt. We'll get T-shirts. Catching the beads. Nobody
catching the beads.
Beads go here with an arrow.
Yeah.
What would be embarrassing is if they did throw at you, you couldn't hit them. I didn't say you couldn't. Embarrassing. Everything to talk about today.
It would be a fun game, like a little ring toss, a thing toss. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Your husband might want to learn that.
Okay, so
it's like he lays on the ground on his back and
just start tossing.
20 feet away and toss it. Okay. Yeah.
Thank you, Fritz. Fritz understood. I'm not sure if y'all understood or not, but Fritz understood, and now I feel validated because it did not feel like I was being.
I was just saying your husband's wanting to learn a new game.
Well, I'm single, so can I like bounce them off the wall or something?
I don't know if you can or not.
So
I've never tried. I mean, I could lay down and start throwing at the wall and see if I can.
You set me myself flaccid. Pin the beads on Ben.
Why am I always the one that takes this show to the wrong place? I think y'all should fire me.
Right down in the pit, but we kind of like that.
I don't know when to stop until it's already too late.
Said, yeah.
Fritz Ader.
That's what he wishes that she said.
Fritz Ader says, "How would you keep all the sticks synchronized?"
Okay. Okay, now we have a new game for our next MAGA get together.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
And plus, if you have two sticks, then they're like chopsticks.
Disclaimer: you have to bring your own blue pills.
I'm not touching that one with the ticket.
No.
Okay,
that is what she said. Deplorably dirty.
Depending on your relation, you know, it could be like one of those games when you have all your friends over and let's play. What's it called? Rings and Sticks. I'll have to remember that.
Rings and Sticks. Such a clever name.
Hand them out as party favors, you know.
I think that's called horseshoes. You don't want to use horseshoes, folks.
Yeah,
I like
it says on the front of the package there, stick not provided. Just got a ring in it.
Bring your own stick.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
That's how much the impeachment does not matter.
They're begging Doc Martin to pull the scope over. Pull this scope over.
You see, well, I am surrounded by. No.
You sent myself flaccid. Just said that I was deplorably dirty, and I think I'm going to change my Twitter handle. I said I was going to change it last night, but I can't remember what I was going to change it to.
I can't remember what Stefan had too. That was hilarious.
I don't know, but
scope the other night.
I don't know.
Yeah, but no, 560 111W. Don't ask me what that is. Way past that, the bus has no brakes at this point.
I do have a censor button, so we have a censor button.
I don't think that'll help much.
Hasn't worked. It would be going like this all night.
Yeah, because we got like 3-syllable words and stuff going on here too.
Here's our Speakeasy show tonight, folks. Oh, just one long bleep.
That is too funny. That is too funny.
Oh no, it's getting a little bad in the chat there. You, McRae, you'd need different size rings depending on the sticks.
He would say that.
Oh no. Oh Lord. So Doc Martin and I are coming up on a year in 2 weeks. 2 more weeks.
Wow.
Cool.
A year of being.
I put up with that ball and chain for a year.
And I've got the first episode here. And I don't even want to watch. I'm gonna take my headphones off.
How cute.
Here's the first
we need to save up all of our
drink.
We need to save up all of our anniversary lemons for in 2 weeks. Well, not save them, but like, you know, make sure we have enough.
Big supply.
Here's the first episode. Oh, it was
I'm so embarrassed. I can't even remember back that far hardly.
Oh,
thank God I don't have a good memory.
Good Lord.
There are perks to having a bad memory.
We're not really married. Somebody said congratulations on your marriage. He didn't have a life sentence like that.
Especially if his name is Mary.
And we had to pre-record everything before we...
Yeah.
We were
Lord, look at that.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Magic Promises Kept with Denise Mark, D'Angelo.
KGTV.
Otherwise known
Oh,
as
I
Doc
can't
Martin.
see him behind.
This is the primer show.
Oh, no.
Ladies of Liberty with James R.
I have my USA t-shirt.
Good Lord, I got to turn that sound off. It's
you
terrible.
To our first show. Please bear with us as we work out the technical difficulties.
Oh, it's finally showing up. Look how cute y'all were.
Oh, Lord.
Especially when we don't record sound for the first 7 minutes of the show. But,
I'm so sorry, y'all.
Look at that picture. Good grief.
Oh my gosh.
Love it.
Can you believe it?
I believe that. Hey, remember little Trump man?
What's that?
Little Trump man. Remember him?
Oh yeah, the little Trump guy in the corner.
I like him. You haven't had out Sniffing Joe lately either. What's been wrong with you?
Do you want me?
Are you missing him?
Yeah.
No,
Let's leave it that way.
Not at all.
We can bring out Sniffing Joe. Look at that.
No,
Holy
no.
cow. I think we've come a long way since that first episode, huh?
Oh, we have. We have, I'm saying. Yes, we do need to have a party. So to celebrate, Christy was saying we need to have a party. So 2 weeks from tonight, we need to have a
Gotta get a king cake.
So
Gotta get a king cake.
Yeah, everybody have something to snack on. My favorite.
I'm going to tell you, when Doc and I used to record these, it would take all day.
Yeah.
And we'd start and we'd get going good, and then all of a sudden one of us would make a mistake, and we'd go, oh, let's just start over. And we'd start over. Seriously, y'all.
Wow.
And I was stuffing in the bathroom. So I was spending a whole day in the bathroom. I just got my green screen and hung it over the shower because I didn't want to put a hole in my wall. And so I just sat in front of the shower with the green screen hanging over the back. It worked great.
That's really cute.
I was spending a whole day in the bathroom staring at this little dot, trying to act like I was seeing y'all, and I'm going, oh, this is not going to work. This is not, I cannot do this. I cannot do this. And now we just sit here, we talk, we wiggle. Phil, my brother, I was about to call you my brother-in-law. Phil is always going, Denise, Doc, could you quit squirming? Could you not quit twitching? Could you just be still for a minute?
Well, before we go on Promises Cut, here's Doc. How's my light? Is it good? Is my light good? Do I look good? How do I look?
I'm climbing over the chair because I have my desk all set up, and if you know, Kimmy, you and Scott are my witnesses. Does Phil get just a tad grouchy about his boxes? Just a tad.
Just a lot of it. Just a lot of it.
In order not to make him reset his boxes, his thoughtful co-host climbs over the chair arm to get up and go do anything I need to do. Otherwise, I'm sitting behind this desk for almost 4 hours without moving. My legs start losing feeling and stuff. I'm going, Phil,
does it
get up?
Quick, does it mess with the boxes if we go to an avatar and switch back and forth, or does that not matter?
Yeah, it does.
That does?
Yeah.
It does. I tried it. It's the only reason I know.
Yeah.
And I got frowned upon. Evil eye. You know the evil eye your mom gives you when you're in church or you're out in public and you misbehave? Phil gives that evil eye to us. And I've learned. So I nimbly crawl over the side of my chair. I do on the back, or I'm leaning over. God only knows poor Phil what he's put up with over this last year. But it
also, I could have a lot of fun if screen share works. I don't know if it does. Like if I did a screen share, would my little box where my picture is show whatever I was showing?
It would. I did that before, and it's just so tiny, people can't really see what's in there.
Yeah, because I'm in the bottom quarter of my box, so I would know when I make my meme to make it fit right in that little box where my head is right now.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be bigger because it has to cover the rest of the screen on our Zoom that's not showing up here. But I was just wondering, sometimes it'd be funny to put some words up there in my little box that are funny compared. You know what I'm saying?
You know, when we
nobody knows.
First started looking back at this, I'm starting to remember some of this stuff, but it was I learned OBS. I said, okay, once you get on camera for the first time, you're like, oh shit. You're going so slow. You're like, I don't want to make a mistake. we'd be 17 minutes into filming it, and we'd stop and go, let's start over. That sucked.
Oh, I know. What was the big mistake? We go, oh, we need to start over.
Yeah.
We want to be just so for that 1 hour show.
That 1 hour show took us 8 hours, I think, for 3 or 4 weeks in a row. It was
I'm serious. Wow. I was going.
Well, we're glad y'all stuck to it.
Time to devote to this.
Yeah,
we appreciate your hard work.
Yeah,
very much.
Struggle.
It's fun.
And I appreciate you expanding your vision and including me and those others of us that have been able to come onto the Speakeasy. And I know that you have room for more to join if they want to. Just kind of reach out to Doc and Phil, or Doc and or Phil, and they'll let you know how to join us sometime. Because we are certainly not the only ones with opinions.
In our public chat room in Telegram, for all y'all out there, is, you know, it's the Promises Kept in Speakeasy show, and that's actually my main go-to for news and friends and everything. I'm in other groups and, you know, private ones, but that's my main public group where I love to go in and just see all the people, most of who are in the chat, and we have a good time there.
Yeah, we do.
And we always get up-to-date news there quick. Everybody posts. So
I love that our group is so united of mission but diverse of mind. I think it's just one. You can really tell that you're comfortable with people when you can just let it all hang out, tell them how you really feel, and not worry about whether they're going to like you the next day, or, you know, if they're going to be mad or whatever. Because, you know, we are very passionate people about the way we believe, but I like to think that we wield it in a positive manner, that that we don't cut your legs off and leave you with no legs to stand on. You know, we like to share our opinions, but we walk away friends no matter what, and that's the best part.
There's
we have like 4 groups that I'm in that are, you know, just off branches of our main group. Like we wanted to just focus on one little topic, you know, like Stranger Things. So we got that one and so it's fun because we also do start other groups so we can talk about a topic that we're interested in.
I think when Doc and I first started this, we've always subscribed to the ooh, why when I went to open my beer it just went. Anyway, Doc and I always subscribe to, you can watch whoever you want to watch, we don't care. You can follow who you want to watch, we don't care. Right? We've always followed that.
And I mean, I'm I don't know, streamer, scoper, broadcaster, whatever you want to call it. I have no idea I don't like labels. So, but I do a show sometimes. And I don't even care I want some people to watch it, obviously, but like there's no specific, I don't require that of you to even watch my show for me to care about you and to care about your opinion, because okay, I'm just going to say Doc, like Doc and me, we are friends. There are things that we may agree on, some things we may disagree on, and we may just love like having 2 or 3 hour conversations every once in a while on the phone. But maybe my show is not her style, and so she doesn't feel like watching it. I'm not saying that she doesn't, because she actually does watch it, so that's why she's a good example to use. But like maybe she just doesn't feel like watching my show, and it's not her thing, and I don't want her to feel pressured to watch my show just because we're friends and I happen to be doing something. You can support me just by being my friend in life. You know, he doesn't have to be watching my show. I play some pretty crazy shit sometimes, and it's not for everybody.
I'll attest to that.
Yeah, and if you don't like tonight's show, then maybe you'll like tomorrow night's show, or not tomorrow, but next week's show or whatever. But I don't like all that. I guess my point in saying that is it even extends for most of us. It even extends to like what we ourselves are doing. Like, I want you to watch what you want to watch, and I want you to get value from whatever gives you value. And if I give you value, then yay. And if I don't, then that's fine too. Somebody else will. So I hope.
Yeah, and I loved that one scope you did. It wasn't my favorite things. You were just on a trip and you scope stuff when you do that, and we called it I called it band walk. based on band car, where the girl gets in the car and she raps and music in the background, but she works what people says in the chat into the rap song. So she's watching the chat and working it in. And we did it. Kimmy was out walking. And
I wasn't walking. I was sitting. I rarely walk if I can sit.
Yeah. But I mean, she has a prodigious music memory, past and current. We didn't check out if you knew future stuff because I didn't know that yet. But
I know all the future music too.
Anyway, there was maybe 2 songs thrown out that she couldn't sing. We'd throw a song out and she'd start singing it right out there in public. It was so hilarious. We had a blast.
It was fun, but I want to say that night, the next day, my voice was hurting and I wasn't even belting it out. I wasn't even like belting it out or anything, but my voice has not been right since then. I think God is saying, perhaps you should let other people sing. Just kidding.
You actually did pretty well. You were freezing your ass off. I'm surprised you didn't stick to the bench.
I was freezing my ass off. The only reason I stopped scoping is so I could go inside and warm up and get another drink. Anyway, I didn't mean to hijack the show about me, but that was fun. And I just wanted to make that point that I don't want anybody in this world to feel obligated to watch anybody, whether it's me or somebody else. Just you do your thing, we do our thing, and everybody, we get together when we're interested in the same things, and we don't when we're not.
And my favorite things is Kimmy's show on Thursday nights. The time seems to vary a little bit, so I'm not sure if you have one nailed down.
No, the official time is 10 o'clock, and I always start promptly at 10 o'clock, except when I don't, which sometimes means it's 10:30.
I just go over to our chat room that we've promoted tonight and look for you.
So half the time I fall asleep waiting or fall asleep.
I know. See, and it's hard for everybody, and you just can't. Not everybody can do everything, and I just don't want anybody to feel like they need to. I am changing the name of my show, though.
Oh,
you got a new name yet, or working on it?
I finally got it. I finally settled on the very first thing.
I was about to say, so we're going to have to set up a big reveal for like next weekend and really hype this up all week. The big reveal, Kimmy's new show. Here's the name.
Well, I'll tell you the name right now. There's somebody that I hope they're in the chat because they actually gave me the suggestion for the name over a year ago.
Kimmy's
but it's
Honey Pot?
Huh?
Kimmy's Honey
Kimmy's
Pot?
Honey Pot? No, not that kind of chat. I mean, show. It's Angst and Giggles. I thought that was perfect.
Angst and Giggles. That is pretty funny. I like that.
Yeah.
Kind of mixes
Good. Then
both
I won't see Kimmy go live on Periscope and say $20 for a private. 20 gets you into the private.
I mean, you might.
See me on Snapchat.
Keep playing that video. You stopped it on the wrong frame. I look weird.
Yeah, and I noticed that. I think he did it on purpose.
I think he did too. And he left it there.
Oh, it's frozen.
I think you must have done something to upset him.
It's frozen. I can't get it to get
Oh,
off
I know.
so.
Yeah, right. Right.
He's like, oops, technical difficulties.
Yeah.
We have
He
technical
would.
difficulties.
He threatens me all the time, guys. If you don't do this now, I can make you look bad on the show.
Yeah.
He tells me that all the time. Hey, is that a good friend or what?
Well, I will tell you, I will say this. Of all the times that I have heard him threaten you, and I have heard it many times, not one time has he successfully made you look bad.
Oh,
I'm not sure.
Same. Oh, I love you.
I'm not sure that it's even a possible thing. I in fact, Phil, I challenge you to make Doc look bad.
Let's go. Thank you.
Oh.
I said me a long time.
Do you really want to challenge me?
No, I'm unchallenging you because you are a mischievous little fella.
Because you really have.
You're. It's one of those things where he's got this mischievous side, and it's like a gift to him and to the world. But sometimes gifts can be curses, and I don't
mess with the queen.
I don't want y'all to get divorced before your first anniversary is all I'm saying.
I can make her look like Hillary on this show.
Oh.
Grandma buried a couple of husbands, and I think one or two of them might have been still napping.
I want Hillary to run.
Run, bitch! Run!
I just want her to get the runs.
Bill, move that picture. You meanie head.
It's stuck.
You better unstick it.
Unstick it.
There we
or
go.
I stick something where it don't shine.
Wow. I just looked back
You know
at
what
that.
they say? Men make passes at girls who wear glasses. At least that's
They do.
Did you see the video
kinda
kept
like 'em.
freezing
Depends on
every
the
5
girl, but-
minutes? Holy cow.
I have heard such a thing.
That was good. I was looking for mine and I couldn't find them. I was going to say that would be a perfect time.
Does it work for guys too?
No.
Very handsome. Very
It just oh wait, I'm not looking at you. Are you wearing yours?
Put my glasses
Nice. Very nice.
I didn't know you wore them.
I'm farsighted, so I don't need them for near stuff. I mean,
I
like
don't
right now,
either.
y'all are blurry, so I don't wear them when I'm doing this kind of stuff. Only when I drive, mainly.
I can't
These-
eat with my glasses on.
These you can't eat with your glasses on?
It bothers me. I know
I can-
it's range.
I can understand that.
I don't know
I mean, if you
what it
bend
is.
your head over and they slide off into the soup or
So you
something.
see better. You know what'd you say?
If they slide off your face, I guess when you bend over into your soup or something. Yeah, I could see that.
Well,
These glasses that I just put on, these are called blue blocker glasses. And a dear friend of mine sent them to me for Christmas. And she knows that I spend way too much
which
time online. And so she sent me a pair of these glasses. And I've got to tell y'all, they really do help reduce eye strain.
they do.
So
You're talking about like if a guy's got blue balls, it like blocks him so you don't interact. And
yeah, like if you've got
thereby
blue,
saves you.
blue balls and I go like this and I just think they're normal and I have no sympathy.
And boom, yeah, there you go.
They just disappear.
There goes John's night.
They get a lot.
Just another feminazi weapon.
Just another one. But my dog, I'm supposed to wear glasses, but my dog decided one day about a year ago that she would eat them, and I haven't replaced them yet.
I need to get mine replaced because
I'm kind of in that boat.
I have one. I broke my little corner, so now when they're folded up, one of the earpieces goes off this way and the other one's off to normal. I can't even hardly get them in an eyeglass case. I need to go get me some new glasses. But my least favorite thing to do.
Yeah, I was like 6 months ago. I went out to do a runner. I live right on a park, and it is 1/3 of a mile around, kind of an oval shaped thing, and so I went out with my glasses on and came back and didn't have them. So I'm like, oh crap!
No.
And so first, I literally go around the track like 3 times, a flashlight and all that kind of crap. This is at night, like 2 in. Then my mom comes out and we drive around so she can have the headlights on while I'm sticking my head out and stuff. We couldn't find them. And then like the next day, my daughter and her boyfriend were even coming in to visit. We spent like 2 hours walking around this thing because we do a lot of walking when she's there just so we can talk and stuff. Never found them. I did find them about 3 months later in 100 pieces over in one. It was about a third of the way around this thing. So I lost them early on. I just don't know how I did that though. But I haven't replaced them yet. Those are my old ones.
Whose daughter ate their glasses?
Found them again.
No, my
Somebody's daughter?
dog.
Now I will tell you this.
My dog ate my glasses. I'm sorry, I was muted.
Did he eat the lenses too?
No, she just chewed the chomper. Yeah, actually, she did. She made.
Mine ate the lenses and everything. We had to take her to the emergency bed.
Oh no! She didn't eat. She chewed and destroyed. I shouldn't have said eat.
Well, my dog ate my glasses. I mean, like really ate them.
That's dangerous.
Yes, it was because But like
glass and all.
glass, so they said it was less likely that it would puncture their intestines, So, but yeah, that was a pricey little Sunday afternoon.
What do you guys cover your glasses in, like?
But I had to get new glasses.
Do you guys cover your glasses in, like, beef grease or something?
No, my dog is crazy.
Beef grease.
I was going, beef grease? What?
Yeah, because why would dogs want to eat glasses?
Yeah. Well, I will tell you this. It's my dog Jack, but if y'all like that name, that's great. But it's not a great name for dogs because when they're on the furniture and you say Jack, oh.
Whoa!
I did not expect that. Okay, that was good.
Whoa, where's my button?
Name of Jack.
I am gonna have to use that one now.
Jack off the furniture.
Oh wait, I can't get to the button fast enough.
I was gonna name my next cat Bob, but now it's gonna be Jack.
I'm telling you, we didn't realize it was too late. And he already knew his name.
Just like if you have twin boys, don't name them Neil and Bob.
Neil and Bob.
That was bad.
Well, this is true. There was that one Governor Hogg, and he named his twin daughters Amma and Yura.
Yep.
I'm a hog and you're a hog. That's like child abuse.
It is. And do you know what's weird? They never changed their names.
Yeah, never.
I mean, who would walk around? I mean, what would you do as a kid if your parents really did that to you? What would you do? You wouldn't be able to do it.
If it's me and my brother, we'd probably like it. We'd look at each other and just bust out laughing every time.
I know,
but two girls though,
it'd be too fun.
Plus, they were overweight quite a bit.
Do what? I'm sorry.
They were way overweight, both of them, by quite a bit. Hog. I'm a hog. You're a hog. So there's also the weight component.
I was reading some a really, really funny joke. Somebody in chat said, now Trump will be forever impeached with no fair trial. And sorry, but that isn't going to stand. Don't know where you put that.
Somebody actually believes that?
McConnell cost Donnie the right to a fair trial and vindication. Oh, dream on. Oh, that is too funny. Hit the X button. Really?
Is that
yeah, here in 2 days.
Moscow.
Well better than that to get our attention.
Yeah, it's Moscow something or another. Not Thorbear. Thorbear.
Yeah.
Actually, I was wondering because there's a guy on the PGA Tour. He's from
Take care of yourself, Thorbor.
Norway. Yeah, and his last name Thornstein or something, but it translates as Thornbear, or I think it is. So that's why I said that. There's actually somebody that they call Thornbear, and when I saw it, it's Thornbore here though.
Hey, did you know what? The PGA is moving their headquarters right over here, not terrible far from me, behind the start where the Stars and the Cowboys work out. They're going to build supposedly 3 up north, just a little ways, 3 huge golf courses. 3.
Wow.
Yeah, can you imagine?
That's surprising. I hadn't heard that. I can't imagine how I missed it because I'm a huge golf fan.
My sister just was telling me about it today, but I didn't realize.
Because right now, they're over in is it Georgia or Florida? Right there, it's very close. I always forget, but and they've got their premier course right there that they play the Players on, the Players Championship, which is March. It's the first one. It's considered like the 5th major, but yes, that'll be interesting because if they're moving the headquarters, they're probably building some really badass courses that are going to be the new ones that they play that on.
My niece, it's not terrible far from my niece's new house, and she just keeps getting more good news, more appreciation because she bought that house, and then like the next week or just very shortly after that, they announced they were building $100 million homes in the next neighborhood. So between all of that and everything,
nice.
be. Yeah, built-in appreciation. So
Is that Paigey?
So I got
nice.
you just brought up Ima Yura.
Hog.
Is that what he named Hog?
Uh-huh.
Do you remember
They're
this?
sweet.
I got a video. Do you remember this?
Yeah, it was HOGG.
You just want to be sure they got talent, eh? Yeah, well, now look, I'll bring girls, come in. Teensy, Winchy, come here, come out here. Yeah. Mr. Ricardo wants to see you perform. Do that ricochet romance. Ernie, will you have the boys fire the first shot? Would you just listen for a
Named his daughters Teensy and Weensy.
They warned me when you kissed me. Ricochet. Your lips would find another, and your heart would go astray. Oh, that I could hold you with all my many charms. But then one day you ricochet to someone else's arms. Baby, I don't want ricochet romance. I don't want ricochet love. If you're careless with your kisses, find another person. I can't live on ricochet romance. No, not me. If you're gonna ricochet, baby, I'm gonna set you free.
There's Ima and Yura. Or Itsy and
Teensy and Weensy from
Itsy and Weensy.
I Love Lucy. Yeah.
They are.
What's the last name?
Oh, I don't know. Hog?
Not. Their last name is not.
Oh, Moscow. Oh, it's a sham impeachment to begin with. So why would we even have a trial of a sham impeachment? There you go. There's the door.
Moscow's being a dickhead in there.
Yeah.
Must
Just
be in
ignore
Periscope.
Moscow.
It
Yeah,
is.
it's in Periscope.
Yeah.
Just ignore him.
Sham non-trial.
Okay.
MR Johns, I'm sorry, RM John says, "You're killing my buzz. Go away." Buzz killer. Oh, my daughter, my oldest daughter. I'm gonna say this real quick. It won't take but 3 more seconds. She used to say, every party needs a pooper. That's why we invited you."
I love that.
But she would say it to me, so it wasn't quite as funny as you might think.
Yeah.
Actually, that's not true. I laughed. Go ahead, Scott.
Material and use it.
Yeah, it's like
sober up and wait. He's telling RM Johns to sober up and pay attention. What the hell did you just watch for the last 24 hours? What are you on drugs? Are you on drugs? Come on, Moscow.
Sober up and pay attention. Maybe you need to get a little bit more tipsy, Moscow.
Yeah. Holy cow. Oh, Lord.
That's too funny. Oh my gosh, where have you been? Do they really? I mean, they're really, you can tell that the qualified applicants for trolls these days is really slim pickings, because there's so many other jobs they can only get the bottom of the barrel for trolls nowadays. I mean, honestly.
Well, the thing is, if they're the paid trolls, then they actually get paid by replies. So if you reply to them, they're actually getting paid. So yeah, and they do have paid trolls. You can usually tell a paid troll because he always throws out different topics than what's the current topic, and he'll usually not answer somebody. And another way to find the bot, when the bot ones is, they will take somebody else's comment the first time they come into the room and repeat it word for word. That's how I usually spot a bot, is right when they come in and they'll be like 5 or 6 posts behind somebody, but it's word for word. Just some information there.
Very interesting. How'd you learn this? Did you go to bot school?
Good job, McGray.
Oh, headshot! Yeah, we just there was a thread we got on once that was really good that went, and we actually had some paid trolls come in the room, and they enjoyed the conversation for a while. I remember it just went away, but.
Hey, Phil, I sent you something that was cute in the that we could share in the room, in your room.
Putting Phil to work.
I'm saying, keeps you out of trouble. least we try.
In what room?
In
I got one with that guy twerking.
Our DM combo. Huh?
I got one with that guy twerking. The guy running Steyer.
Tom Steyer.
So he's up in, he's up in the stands.
Oh, excuse me.
What is the
Dude,
deal?
what?
Do you think he's
I
got
don't know.
Bernie?
Where did you put it, Doc?
I sent it to you in our DM.
Which one?
In our.
I see it. Never mind. I got it. Hold on.
Jerry!
Oops, stop. Is it that one?
Oh, this is the one I want to.
Here we go. Video.
Jerry, who's on the phone? It's Trump in the Ukraine. Oh, we got him. Goo, goo, goo. Yeah, we got him. I'm listening to every word they're saying. Oh, this is great. What are they saying? Well, they're, you know what? That's not Trump. That's Joe Biden. Great. Now we got nothing. Nah. We'll just use all the evidence we got on Joe Biden on Trump. Oh, that's genius. Yeah, I've been in politics a long time. Well, will you look at this? These Democrats just don't quit. Oh, man, that's Trump. Don't make eye contact with him, all right? Just ignore him. Hey, Nancy, is he calling me Nancy or you Nancy? Of course he's calling me Nancy, okay? If he was calling you Nancy, he would say, hey, Nancy boy. Oh! Just ignore him. Hey, squirt bottle. Squirt bottle. Nancy, he's calling you. Just ignore him, okay? This is all just a game for Mr. Poopy Pants, okay? But he's calling you. You should answer him. Yeah, you should answer him. No, I'm not going to answer him, okay? Nancy! I'm not listening to you, Trump. Nancy! Just see what he wants, Nancy. Yeah, I'm not playing his game. Hey! Nancy! What? What do you want? F*** you! You got her good. Son of a bitch. So what's our next move, baby? Nothing. We'll just let these do-nothing Democrats destroy themselves. Yeah, they're doing a damn good job of that. These clowns have nothing, baby. Ha! They don't even have a witness. Yeah, they don't have a witness, evidence, or votes. My best defense is to let them just keep talking. Ha! Well, it looks like them Democrats are starting trouble again. Let's hope them Trump boys can get out of it. Did you come up with any evidence? Nope, nothing. What about witnesses? No. Well, have you heard anything at all? Well, I heard from my next door neighbor's buddy who plays pool with a guy that visited the Ukraine a few years ago that he might know somebody who might know a guy who possibly could have heard something. Well, that's gonna have to work. The Senate impeachment trial is just another pathetic attempt by these do-nothing Democrats to wrongfully remove me from office. Not gonna happen. Well, we're gonna have to come up with one hell of a story, because, we don't have nothing. Well, it wouldn't be the first time we made up a story. That's true. I mean, we are Democrats. We can lie under oath anytime we want. Yeah, and I mean, if we get caught in a lie, we'll just say that we were kidding. Yeah, that'll work. It always does. Hey, Trump supporters, if you're looking for something fun to do while this impeachment trial is going on, try out one of these color-changing coffee mugs. All you gotta do is add some hot water, walk up to the nearest Democrat, and wait for their reaction. If you're a real Trump supporter, you gotta have one of these color-changing coffee mugs.
They do the best Nancy Pelosi. That's the best voice of them all, in my opinion.
Agreed.
I love the United spots. They put out a bunch of them too. It's like every day, it seems.
See, now I made a nice little thing for my favorite things. It's up on the screen right now. It says Thursdays at 11. Now I have to change it because Kimmy's changing her name.
That makes him grouchy, Kimmy, like changing boxes. Just saying.
Oh.
By the way, I dropped a picture in the I love our FLOTUS, and this one has Baron and FLOTUS, and I dropped it in the showroom. Promises Captain.
All right,
Speakeasy.
we're not going to be doing this all night to Phil.
It's the only one I'm doing. The only one I'm doing. But it's in the showroom, not the host room. So So I wanted everybody to be able to grab it if they want it.
And did y'all
It's that
notice
good.
taller than POTUS now? He's
Yeah.
taking a real growth spurt.
He is amazing. And
He is a giant.
He is.
was he now 16? Is he 16 yet?
No, he's not even 16 yet. He's like 14 or 15.
Yeah, I never can remember he was 11 or 13 when he came in.
When he's 21, it's going to be hard for the ladies to play ring sticks with him.
Or
Well, like they said,
convenient, whichever way you look at it.
you just have to get a bigger ring. Yeah, well, I'll have to do a meme, you know, with that shark, or what was that called? The shark movie way back when. And he's on the back of the thingy. He says, "We got to get a bigger boat."
Lady Fritzader sent something. Let's see what it is.
It's like, we got to get a bigger ring. There it is. He's got it up.
Red Nation Rising. This is from Fritzader. These gentlemen are telling Adam Schiff what we've been yelling at the TV for months. Ooh, this should be good.
I keep my eye what you doing. You liar. You liar. You kill your kids. I came from Soviet. God damn it. I will debate with you.
Shift him to Venezuela.
Time to clear the room.
Sucker.
Where'd the other guy go?
Move to Venezuela, Mr. Schiff. Comrade.
I keep my eye what.
Wow. Wait a minute. Those are Russians from the Soviet Union. Right? It sounds like it. Hold on, let me play that again. I gotta hear this guy.
I keep my eye what you doing. You liar. You liar. You kill your kids. I came from Soviet. God damn it. I will debate with you.
Shift him to Venezuela.
Time to clear the room.
Sucker.
Where'd the other guy go?
Move to Venezuela, Mr. Schiff. Comrade.
I keep.
Wow.
I don't get it. What was the context there? I'm lost.
Schiff was walking out of the I think out of the impeachment hearing or whatever.
And some Russian guy comes yelling at him.
And a few of them were yelling at him to that he's a liar.
Red flag. Saying he was a liar. And that go to
They say what about?
Basically saying, you know, like go to Venezuela and see what you're
about socialism.
And I could have sworn I heard him call him Mr. Shit instead of Mr. Schiff.
It sounded like it.
So these guys are probably people from Russia that hate communism, and they're here now, and so they like they don't want you fucking turning our country.
Legal immigrants,
right?
The kind we have.
Legal immigrants.
Well, anybody who was in the Soviet Union that's here now knows what it's like, and they can't stand Bernie Sanders running, all the squad. They just can't stand it, and they don't get it why people are flocking to that. Well, 30%.
And technically, they're not a communist country anymore, but they're still
well, no, we're talking about people that
dictatorship.
We're talking about people that were under the Soviet bloc.
Yeah, before. I was just making the point. A lot of people still think they're just a pure communist country, but they're not. They have limited capitalism.
Yeah, but it's true though that people that have lived under that stuff, they don't understand why people who live in a free country or a supposedly free country that's supposed to be free, we're getting our freedoms back. They don't understand why some of us are wanting to give those freedoms away and turn into what they were, because they've lived what we might be about to go through if we let the Democrats have their way or the socialists have their way. And when I went to AmpFest in October, it was down in Tampa, and there were a lot of volunteers that were Cuban descent. And it first of all, it was different to me because just geographically, I don't see as many Cubans as I do. Like, we've got a lot of Indians around here, but not a lot of Cubans. So I got to hear some perspectives from them. And then that I know that not all Cuban thinks the same, so I'm not trying to say that, but I will say that the ones that were down there at that meeting, I asked them what the general consensus was around like their friends and their family groups. and they're like, they do not understand. Like there are some that are, you know, wanting to America to go the way that the socialists are saying it should go, but most of them are like, y'all have no idea what you're asking for. Like we and my mother, my dad, my granddad, or whoever it was, like risk their lives to get away from what people in your country are begging for, and they do not know what they're asking for. There's that saying, be careful what you ask for because you might get it.
Yeah.
And, you know, to be honest with you, they're not. I think a lot of them espouse it not because they believe in it or want it, but because it's expedient and they can grab power and wealth off of it, not caring about tomorrow. You know, it blows me away because they act like there's some magic fairy out there that's going to pull these crazies that actually follow them back up from the cliff. You know, once you get people like that, it's hard to bring it back. And we lose more of our freedoms every time you push it. So I hope it's worth it. I don't know why, if they want to live that way, why they don't just move to Venezuela. Nobody's stopping them. Go eat your zoo animals and your pets if you want to.
I think those are all gone. They've moved on to rats now, Doc.
Yeah. I saw it. I saw a man yesterday with his chopsticks. There was a big turntable and there was a bunch of delicacies on there, and in the middle was rats, and these were dead that I could tell. And he gets one, he swishes around in them, see which one he wants, picks it up, dips it in butter, and eats it like that. I saw it. Most disgusting thing. And I went in there. My poor little husband is has a very weak stomach. And I said, oh, yeah. And he had done something to get my goat earlier. I won't name what it was. And so I went in there and I said, oh, honey, look at this video of the new delicacies they're trying. And Jonathan said he looked at it and he went, oh, you know,
payback.
Queen. Just saying.
Follow Q in the chat. Let me read it again. Let me get back to where it was. It said because where'd it go? Because I know what real communism is, and something about that triggered a thought stream of mine. Let's see if I can say it in a nutshell. I have almost no nutshells, but I'm gonna see what I can do. Fresh out of them.
I will get to speak eventually, by the way.
Oh, are you waiting to say something?
For 10 minutes now. Actually, 13.
Are you keeping track?
Well, because I said, okay, we got 10 minutes till 10. And I wanted to get this story in. And you said, well, hold on, Scott. And ever since then, I've been up.
Oh, I did do that.
Can't get a thing in.
I did do that. And I told like a 5-second story. No, I want you to go ahead. Go ahead. Because mine was just something, it won't take me long to say it. And I'll say it at the end if I remember it. Go ahead.
Well, when I'm on, I usually have my outrageous story of the week. And usually they're funny or some kind of idiocy in there. This one's actually disgusting, but it's an outrageous story of the week.
Worse than eating rats?
Worse than eating rats. Oh, no. It's a topic that I know both you follow. It has to do with, like young kids and stuff and minors and the whole pedophile thing and that kind of crap. Turkey, right now they've got a bill going through. It's actually called, it's like for guys that rape little girls, but it's called, rapist. Okay, can you remember what I can look it up right quick because it's really sick. But anyway, let me just tell you what it is. The law basically says that it's okay to rape a little girl, and we're talking 8-9-year-olds, as long as you go through the normal marriage, or you marry them and go through the normal marriage process as far as recompensating the family with something. So there's two issues here. One, all right, so you can go out and have sex forcibly. They're talking about rape, forcibly rape a little 8-year-old, 9-year-old, 10-year-old, and then marry them. give the family some little token. These people over there, make like $1 a month. So, I mean, so it's twofold. First of all, they're marrying this little girl. So that gives them free right to keep raping them now 24 hours a day for as long as they want. And the other part of the problem is that girls are not valued over there like boys are, because of the fighting in Islam. Anyway, they don't value the girls like they do the guys. And so there are actually families that are poor that push their kids out there. They make them, fix them up so they look, sexy and might be hit on or whatever, because they want them. Not only does it get them off of their, having to pay for them and raise them, but they get something in return. I just think that's sick.
They're commodity.
Yeah.
Just like a sheep.
So somebody could come and rape, your daughter, and then, okay, I'll marry her. Nothing you can do.
But there's also a face of family pride sort of thing. If your child gets sexually violated, then it is a disgrace on your family. But if your child gets sexually violated by someone that they marry, then it's not as much of a disgrace. So there's also that aspect to it too. It's a sick and disgusting. I'm not trying to explain it away. I'm just sort of throwing in a little bit more of the mindset.
Well, it's just like the women aren't, little girls are not as wanted as the little boys are. And, so that's sad. And there's actually, maybe we can pray it next week, but I've actually got the questionnaire that CARE, the Council of Islamic.
Yeah, American Islamic Foreign Relations.
Yeah, that one. They got a questionnaire. It's actually an 8-page document, and that they're going out and handing out, to all the, they're trying to get 5,000 Muslims to run in 2020. And they've got this huge army they're putting together, going out and spreading all these. But I read this thing, all 18 pages of it. The questionnaire, there's like 2 or 3 pages up front, and then the questionnaires. They're all leading questions, and all of them, most are pushing about unconstitutional stuff. I'll have to get that to Phil, and maybe it's something y'all might want to see or whatever. But it is outrageous. They're basically trying to get Sharia law over. Those are some of the questions. Would you obey, local law or Sharia law if the problem came up? And it's yes, no.
I don't have to, so hell no. And
You ought to see all the rest of the questions. It's just ridiculous. And it goes into criminal reform and stuff, and about how, all the stuff on there, like hints that, okay, we're going to have a lot of people in jail. So let's make sure that they get rugs and the little head barrier of whatever the prayer things are they need, Korans, and it's every point they make, like ICE, they are trying to say, do you support, this outrageous organization ICE? It's everything in there is just anti-American.
We're going to build the wall.
Thank you for the follow, Tejas.
Anyway, that was my outrageous story of the week. Hopefully, I will.
That is outrageous.
For next week.
Sickening.
That is outrageous. It's disgusting.
My little happy buzz right away. Very sad.
Yeah, and all the little female mutilations that occur in this country pisses me off.
I know, and that they're not doing anything about it. And some of those doctors were not even that were being prosecuted for it. Were not even given much of a punishment or anything. They promote that. They do. And on that note, guys, I really hate to bring this up, but we got to start saying our good nights. It's
good
night. Past that time, actually, and I hate to end it on a sad note, but that is something we need to bring up and maybe look at again in another show.
It's a big issue, yeah.
It is, because they are working so hard at bringing it here, and it's happening here in America. Things like
Yeah, it is.
You know, what
That's why this questionnaire is so awesome. It covers every area. It's 18 pages long, so it's a good place to start because it literally doesn't leave anything out. Every area they're attacking, our education, our criminal systems, our communities, the religious system, our government. It's all in there. And they have separate sections for each one.
That is scary.
Oh, it looks like I took Follow Q's words out of his mouth. Wait, you know what, Follow Q? I don't know if you are a female Follow Q or a male Follow Q. So if you don't mind putting that in the chat, that'd be great.
We'd just like to know which sex you are.
I know what I think you are, but I don't know what for sure.
We only believe there's 2 sexes.
So. I wonder if we should do this. I wonder if we should do everybody press 1 if Follow Q is a female. Press 2.
Yeah, what do you think she is? That's like this trial on the president.
Well,
doesn't matter what she really is. Let's take a poll in the group and find out what
male.
we think she is.
Male, thank you. I've been thinking you were a dude person. Okay, good.
If you want to be politically correct, you can't say male 1, female 2. You got to say male 1, female 2. Number 3 is something else. Number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7.
We don't believe in those other choices. We don't do that.
Stick. He says he's a stick.
Because there's no other show.
That's right. Are you a stick or you're a stick or a ring? Follow Q.
Stick or a ring.
Yeah,
okay, it looks like Follow Q has a stick.
Follow Q just won the jackpot there out of D-Live.
Oh,
cool.
You did?
Awesome.
Patience
It is your night, mister.
David and Iceman. They all got something.
Very cool.
Ocean, Nathan. I love that. I'm going to put that one in the chat too. I love it so much. It's so funny.
Yeah.
It's just like tickle, tickle, tickle.
Thanks for coming, David.
Okay.
Anyway, that's all I had to say. I got my story in there. I had a blast tonight, as usual. And I want to thank my hosts, Phil and Doc Martin. I appreciate y'all having me on again. I always love being, with Kimmy too. So thanks, everybody. Have a great week, and we'll see you next week. Yeah.
Yay!
And the audience says,
fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. No thanks. Don't mind me. I'ma just grab my stuff and leave. Excuse me, please. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Nope. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Alright then. I don't know what the fuck just happened, but I don't really care. I'ma get the fuck up out of here. Fuck this shit, I'm out.
So, Scott, I think you said goodnight there. Did you? Or
I did.
Okay.
Well, that's good. I can't go to sleep, so it's not good night because that's going to be in my head for the next.
Kimmy, Kimmy, you're up.
I don't really have anything to say. I thought I just said goodbye already. So, but goodbye.
We're working on a 2008 Ford Focus.
Sorry, that's my bad.
I was about to say I haven't been working on a 2008 anything. Yeah, I just had fun tonight. I'm glad everybody came in, and just want to reiterate, don't feel like you have to donate, but glad if you do. And we just, I think our thing is just to spread love. Would you just stop that for a second? It's just
Janet.
Spread love and have fun and all that stuff. And yeah, so I'm glad everybody came, and you didn't come yet. I hope you do later.
If you didn't come yet, yeah.
I just said something and I had to go the rest of the way with it because I have no self-control.
I knew you were going to.
Whether it be by
before
ring
Doc
or
says
tilting
goodnight,
chair thing.
I got something for Ben K. Veritas out there.
I hope it's not handcuffed, is it?
Baby Yoda, baby Yoda, baby Yoda, baby Yoda, baby Yoda, baby Yoda.
Is he like Baby Yoda?
To hell, but we've fallen under your spell, baby.
Oh,
little baby, you're the one. Baby Yoda, baby Yoda, baby Yoda, never knew I needed you in my life.
I feel like this is a terrible song.
Oh, baby,
Yeah.
you're
I like
the one. Baby Yoda, baby, baby Yoda, 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 baby Yoda, baby, baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda's awful cute.
Ben Veritas said that his the girls in the car when he drives them around sing that over and over and over again.
Oh, I would have to consider murder.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, let's ask Ben a question and see if he gets the answer. Hey, Ben, what you got there, Ben? Let's see what happens. Hey, Ben, what you got there, Ben?
Well, Ben put that song in our chat on Telegram, and I listened to it like an idiot, and that song was stuck in my head all night long.
Thanks for passing that on, Ben, and now Phil.
Yeah, that's worth holding a grudge over.
Now Ben's gonna wake up in the morning and he's gonna be brushing his teeth, going, "Baby Yoda, baby Yoda."
I don't think he's gonna answer my question.
Out of here. I hadn't seen him answer.
I think he's left. I think he left thinking that we wouldn't notice he left, and he didn't expect to be asked a direct question. Busted. Okay, we'll ask him next week.
Hey guys, I'm gonna take control. We gotta go because I've got to. See y'all. Catch you on the next week.
Wait a minute, Doc.
Everybody.
Hold on.
No, there is no holding on. I've been sitting here. I have no feeling left in my toes. I've been sitting here for 4.5 hours.
In 2 weeks, we have a 1-year anniversary. I just want to let the audience know. We have a 1-year anniversary, so make sure you catch Promises Kept at 8 o'clock 2 weeks from now. You have to be there. It's 1 year. We're going to party. We're going to celebrate. I'm going to show some old footage of Doc Martin.
No. Y'all come help me.
Oh my God. Some of the clips you could come up with from all of us.
And
we've had some good discussions.
I want to try to get us up to 200 followers on DLive. So spread the word. We're trying to get to 200 before the 1-year anniversary. So share the link.
Thank you very much.
What are you at now? I don't see where it shows.
38, I think.
Thank you very much.
So we need 62.
Thank you very much.
Oh, I see it. 138. Yeah.
138. So that's what
All
we're
right,
shooting
y'all.
Thank you very much.
For an anniversary present, right, Doc?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Awesome.
All right. You have your assignment. Pass this link around and say to give Doc and Phil an anniversary present of a follow, and that is not even expensive.
Yeah.
You can even unfollow them after their anniversary. Like there's really no risk involved at all.
At all.
Yeah, lady. Yeah, Fritzy, you could do that. Get some of Phil too. Yeah, we should have user clips should be sent in this week as well that they like.
You forget who controls the video here.
I know. That's the only problem.
Send us info and it's great. We appreciate it.
Yes, and don't forget to follow all the great shows, the Daily Boogie, Monday through Wednesday. Man, Thursday and Friday at work at night is tough without Boogie on. And then
wait, what?
Thursday and Friday is tough without Boogie on at work at night. That's what I said.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yes. That
Boogie.
just took me a second.
He's on at 6 p.m.
I was going to listen to Boogie and he wasn't there. I was like,
I go to turn it on Thursday night and I go, crap. No Boogie.
Crap, it's Thursday.
Yeah.
We just have to work later. You just have to stay at work late until I come on, and then you can listen to me instead on the way home from work.
I listen to you when I get home from work. So because you're like 10:30 by the time.
Yeah, it's definitely not worth staying at work late for. Okay, I'm gonna shut up. Let's go.
So
yes, we
have my favorite things on Thursday night.
I have no feeling left.
10 o'clock or 10:30. We have Pirate Radio Friday night at 10 o'clock, right? Or 11.
Who knows?
30 usually. Oh wait, no, it's 11:30 Eastern. It's 10:30 Central usually.
Okay. And Tav Show on Sunday night with James and Boogie.
Don't know when they pick varying times. Usually it's later though.
And we have a new show. Don't forget about that on Tuesday and Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern time, the Red Wave Show. So don't forget about that. All right, folks. Doc's legs are falling asleep, apparently.
Well, I've been sitting here for 4 hours. I got to get up.
Her legs fell asleep. She don't even know if she pees on herself.
I know. I'll never get up and go to the bathroom.
Oh, Lord.
And by the way, I am at Scott with 1T _ West Texas. I don't know if that was said earlier.
Okay.
Because all the rest of y'all have your names going, but I don't. Cheers.
Oh, I can't get the closing in place, so we got to stay on. Wrong one. We're back.
You are doing it on purpose. You took this out.
I am not. Trust me.
Says you leaving.
Sorry.
I gotta steal it. Thank you. I'm trying to do that for a week.
I wish we had room for more gifts or gifs or stuff.
Yeah. From Christy.
Yeah, I've got that one. I love it.
The dog.
Oh, I thought you were.
This one's the dog. I'll just send you a new one. I'll just send you one, or send one out right now.
I can hear you.
Here we go. Okay, I just posted it. The dog.
You know what happened in the evening when you started to fade away. Now my heart says you're leaving. I hope to see you again someday. Why did it have to happen?
saw it.
You know I miss you every moment. Doesn't matter if it's night.
You were talking about
Doesn't matter if it's day. I can't stop.
That one right there is good in.
This is a last goodbye. Who's to say it's wrong or right?